Okay, so welcome back to another video, everyone. Um, my first video, it actually got a lot more attention than I was expecting. So I'm actually really happy about that. And I just wanted to thank everybody for, you know, anyone who is subscribed to me or has been a long-term watcher of me on not YouTube, of course, since I just started on here, but on TikTok, and has been my friend. So just thank you to all of you guys. And so I wanted to announce some things before I start this video, cuz my first video was kind of really short. So since I am obviously new to YouTube, I think maybe I should introduce myself. So hi, my name is Seven. You can also call me Sev for short, and I'm 18 years old. I play Identity V and also Bandori, and I don't really play any other games than those two. I also stream rank on Twitch almost every day if I can. Sometimes I get busy with work, but I do try to stream every single day, so I'm gonna edit in my Twitch to show everyone here. Yay. And then another thing is I have a Discord server, which I made originally because I posted on TikTok a lot, and I made the server for that. But now since I'm on YouTube, I wanted to share it here as well. So I'm also gonna put the link up for that and stuff. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to say in this little intro. So we can get on with the video now. Okay, bye. Hey! So now this first match is a Smiley Face, and I am going to be so honest, I have no idea why he chased me, because Journalist does actually counter Smiley. So you see here, he's going all crazy and spinning around, and the reason is because as soon as he hits my orphan, he knows that's going to stop his dash. So he actually goes away and baits me to get rid of my orphan, but luckily I'm able to use my broken windows to make it right back to this pallet, and now he has to play the same mind games over again with me. He baits me there, but I just am going to keep playing around this rocket, just paying attention, watching him, going away from where he goes, and my orphan's almost running out, so I decide to do something risky, and I cancel it, drop the pallet, and then take the vault boost. And this is to try and buy time for my cooldown to be up, and it works, look. So I'm able to actually get the orphan there, and he chooses to blink, and my orphan's not ready, and I'm just spamming the ability, praying, but it does not work out for me. So after this, I die pretty soon after. Anyways, on to the next one. We have this Axe Boy match, and I did a really short first kite, and somebody else actually ended up getting downed, so our Cypher rush has stopped a lot, meaning I really have to make this next kite count. So when Axe Boy is dragging the soul, he cannot hit, right? So I use that to my advantage, and I basically walk right into him while he's still in the dragging soul animation, and I double back and use my orphan, and luckily he does hit it and not me. Here I was just playing around, trying to make sure that I don't get hit by the soul, checking behind me, seeing where he is. I was trying to get the orphan to take that soul for me, but I actually ended up dodging it, and now he's forced to break this pallet, and I use that to transition. Prospector comes in for a little bit of support here because I'm struggling, so I use the window speed boost to try and make it in the hospital, and my reaction time is really slow there, so I do not manage to deploy the orphan. Luckily the prospector does get in some good harasser right here, and he actually manages to get the body block off, so props to him. And using that, I make my way into hospital, and he tries to charge attack me here, but because my orphan is at that little pallet, he hits pallet stun. And here I was trying to do something where you crouch walk to hide your trail, and the hunter won't know you drop down, but it doesn't work at all because he has his tree there, and I just get a soul right around me, so he knows I drop down. And I kind of just die to this soul. I do a little bit of a kite after that, but it's nothing too major. Moving right on to this next match, we have a Night Watch. So Night Watch is countered by making distance on him and creating loops, or just having an area where there's already a loop. So the reason is because if you have distance with him, he will not be able to properly, use his wind sucking ability, And if you're in an area that's a loop, he's going to be like forced to break a pallet, because if he tries to just, keep going over the pallets, that's not going to work out for him. You're just going to keep looping him forever. So he'll be forced to break one of the pallets, and then you can use that to, transition to a better area. So anyways, here I lose like my distance on him, so I am forced to try an orphan block. Usually you don't want to like put yourself in that position, because if you do fail the orphan block, it can be bad. So here this Nightwatch is very patient. I tried to double back into him and use my orphan to like bait him to hit it, but he's just patient and keeps using the wind, and so I do take the hit there. And then here I get out his blink, and yeah. Anyways, after that I get saved, and I only have one orphan left. The forward does unfortunately get downed, which means, I have to make this kite count. Once again, it's similar to like the axe voice situation, where if it's a double down, the other person is on the ground, right? You need to buy time for them to heal, or else your Cypher Rush is just going to be really bad. So here I know like the match will kind of like depend on this next kite. Luckily he does not hit me there, and I make it to this pallet, and luckily for me, he hits that orphan. Like, I wasn't really trying to get him to hit that orphan. I was just trying to like set up that area for a loop, but luckily he does hit it, and I make my way into hospital. I drop down here because I know I don't have enough distance to make it to the pallet up there, and I take this window speed boost to get back into hospital, and luckily for me, he did not break this pallet. He just chose to vault over it, and that gives me enough distance to get back up here and get to this other pallet, which means that he's going to be forced to either go over this one or break it. So yeah, like I said, Nightwatch countered by distance, countered by looping. Yeah. Anyways, I die pretty soon after this. Forward gets a really good stun off on me. But that's about where like the kiting for this match ends on my end. Anyways, next match, it's a Wu Chang, and Wu Chang, before he has presence, it's all just mind games. Like, Wu Chang, he has literally nothing except for his white guard hitbox, and if he switches to black guard, then he doesn't even have his white guard hitbox, right? So it just becomes mind games on like the Wu Chang's end. Anyways, so I get a pallet stun there luckily, and I take this pallet speed boost to make my way over to like a better area, and I drop this pallet. Since he breaks it, I decide to use that to, transition, and I kind of get stuck on the object there, and he does a really good mind game thing here, where he puts the umbrella on the other side of the pallet, baits the orphan, and then teleports. So, I have actually, like, never seen that, and here I know he's gonna blink, right? So the good thing about Wu Chang and White Guard is his wind-up time for his hit animation is really long, so it's easy to get orphan blocks off against hunters with like really long wind-up animations. So, I'm just doing like basic kiting here. I kind of get stuck on the wall there, but he uses umbrella, and I was not really trying to get him to hit the orphan. I just wanted to float it at that pallet, but luckily he does hit it. His umbrella is up though, so I double back here, and he gets this bell off on me, and I do end up going down here. And so yeah, that's about it for this kite in this match. Now for the very last match, we have a Clerk. So the way to counter Clerk, like a lot of other hunters in this game, is keeping distance and breaking line of sight. So here I vault this window for my speed boost, and then she vaulted back to catch up with me. So I put my Orphe here to just like keep my distance with her. Now I know she probably has a pallet breaking recording, right? So I pre-drop this pallet and vault it for the speed boost, and then I get red light tricked here stupidly. But I know I have enough time to make this vault, but I know she's going to break the pallet, so I do end up taking a hit there. And I use the speed boost from that hit to transition over to another area, where I can kind of like use the high walls to break line of sight and like keep my distance with her. She tries to like red light trick me here, and I place my orphan and she gets pallet stunned. So I start transitioning over to Chang, and I have a feeling she's going to warp. The reason why is because nowadays a lot of hunters who get countered by distance want to bring warp so they can, easily make up that distance. And look, there's the warp, but she overshot it and she decides to switch targets off of me. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Here's a little bonus clip of me getting this dungeon escape against a different clerk, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye!